under the unlikely event that they actually announce something quite big, don't yell it out before everybody else reaches that point.
Oh my god, it's Pikmin 4.
Oh my god, PlayStation Battlestar Royale 2.
I wish.
Oh my god, it's Brave Fencer
and
Musashi.
it's starting.
Oh, it's starting.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, folks, it's time for the third state of play. The first one
really
was...
is Brave Fencer Musashi. Good job, Chiro.
God, I wish. Okay, so the first state of play was utter crap. The second one, though, was actually good, so now it's time to see how they do with their third and longest one.
Hold on. Let's hear the sound, because last time it was a crew towards Final Fantasy VII, and this one sounded like a PS2.
Oh, PlayStation 2 classics.
Announced.
That's alright.
What?
What the hell am I looking at?
Now you two sides go and fight.
I was joking about Pikmin, guys.
Humanity.
This,
Humanity.
So what, is this Sony's take on Pikmin?
Okay, it's an impressive tech display, but the PS4 it's almost at its end cycle. Isn't it a bit too late for that?
It is a bit late, unless this is a tech demo for the PS5.
That is good.
Nah, I think they won't show the PS5 until next
They'll probably won't be till early next year.
What is humanity doing?
Either that or PlayStation Experience,
Fuck around
whatever
with
that
a
is.
fuck ton of people, I guess.
It looks like humanity is reenacting World War Z.
Fight.
There's the totally accurate
Yeah,
battle
this looks a
simulator.
bit
which is
zombie-like.
It's the current BBC Two logo.
This is Pikmin, isn't it?
But with humans. But you can also shoot them
human.
dead.
Human. It'll be called Human.
Yeah, humans.
So I see people shooting other people, yes, people rushing at people like zombies, and people going into the light.
What the fuck is
This is
this?
what happens when you were
I was joking about the name.
Deji, do us a favor, stop predicting things.
Stop trying to predict stuff.
If you're gonna predict anything,
So is
predict
this
the
gonna be
localization for the
published-
Great Ace
So
Attorney.
is this gonna be, we're not developers, but coming 2020. WWW Humanity. So I wonder if Sony publishes this or is a third party.
VAR Ltd.
That was weird.
We're really
Moving
excited
on.
to share some
All
great
right.
games and surprises with you today. Starting with that exclusive reveal of humanity.
Same narrators.
Emphasis on the multitude
We
of
might get
games.
more on The Last of Us Part
Infinity
2,
Ward
actually.
gives us an all-new look at Call of
Yeah,
Duty
that's what I thought they'd have started off
epic
with.
new
But...
entry in the
Oh, from
blockbuster
Infinity
series.
Infinity Ward.
Interesting.
Yeah, apparently
It-
this
it-
trailer
it's
got
called-
leaked like a few minutes before this started.
Oops.
I didn't see it yet, but it's okay.
I
I
haven't
wasn't
seen it
impressed
either.
at E3, and I'm not sure if I will impressed again here.
Yeah, it kind of seems a bit generic. I mean, it's coming from Activision. You know what it feels like? It feels like Call of Duty Light.
There's the thing, Jova, again, Activision right now is literally starving for IPs because they lost a bunch of them in quick successions.
Gee, maybe if they were a company who were better to their subordinates,
Not
they
as
wouldn't have
fast
lost
as
them.
EA, but still.
Sorry, Libza?
Not as fast as EA did, but still.
Well, EA still owns the vast majority of them, it's just not using them, it's a different beast altogether.
Let me put it this. Activision lost a lot of companies. EA just killed their companies.
But they still own stuff like, I don't know, Dead Space, for example.
Do you mean, are you, is it like when Bungie ran away?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That knows.
So, yeah, Infinity War. Again. Sorry. Infinity
With a
War.
D, Jova, with a D, Andy. That's
Yeah.
confused.
How much do you want to bet?
What do you mean the developer predated that film by like 10, 20 years?
Disney is side-eyeing them as we speak.
It's like, don't you
What was
dare
Disney
miss
buys
that.
Activision?
No, please.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
I'd rather have someone else
I mean,
by
why not?
Activision.
They're selling that branch of Fox that makes games.
Maybe
so,
imagine if we had Nintendo buy Activision.
honestly, I'm not quite sure
No.
that would be a good idea.
It would be
Nobody should buy
Exclusive for the Switch is no.
So basically, Des, what you'd rather happen is that Activision die out and sell their companies to.
The old THQ style, yeah. I will prefer that, honestly.
Or how about they just get better as a company?
You're
Who's
serious?
wishing now?
Right, I'll tell you what, Deji, I'll give you 10 years.
Yeah.
See what happens then.
That's very generous.
Oh.
Call of
Decade.
Duty.
Oh, what? Here we go. Call of Duty.
This is the perfect time to announce I've never played a Call of Duty game in my life.
Shame.
You're not really missing much. I mean, okay.
I've only played the multiplayer.
Let me put it like this. Back in the day, and I mean way back in the day, Call of Duty was actually quite the vital series. Nowadays, though, it's a zombie. Yes, it's a zombie that sells well, but it's a zombie.
I mean, Panomena Annapurna. Oh, it looks like Loco Roco a bit.
Oh, from the creator of Katamari Damacy.
Oh, goody. So I'm expecting some trippy shit.
Well, we're already... What? Yep, there we go. Didn't take too long for the trippy stuff to go in. There's a talking stone. Who's in love with,
Yes, White.
Age over. There's one thing we can't say about the state of play, and we can't say it as a lack of variety.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Already they are showing a good dose of variety, which is definitely something that's helping the state of play
What
out.
am I watching?
Reconnect the people. The Adventure
What
Time,
is
this
this,
people.
Stranding?
Yeah, Adventure Time. That's
I'm surprised that Cartoon Network didn't show up.
Consider the toilet humor dreams, it's more like Nickelodeon.
So I see that I see that when they go over to the next game, they list the developer.
what? Did they just die?
Yes,
I
Desi,
guess.
they
I
did.
noticed that they've been listing a developer and publisher underneath, so maybe that gives us a little bit of a clue before you go in.
That is an
Possible.
interesting format. Oh, a
Nintendo
rubber
do that.
ducky.
Well, they are Sony. You do one thing uniquely from Nintendo. You list the developer and publisher before the game starts.
Well,
This whole look reminds me of that the train line infomercial, Dumb Ways to Die.
Okay, that got dark all of a sudden.
Oh. And then they all died!
The
Is this an
end.
indie game?
Yes.
Mm,
Okay.
Well, I mean, Annapurna Interactive are a division of Annapurna Movies.
Does
yeah,
that say one?
Matan.
What time?
Matan.
What am I doing?
I can't read the title.
More like, what am I doing with my life?
Meh.
Well,
done.
yeah,
Okay,
that definitely
okay,
feels
I
like something
realize
that
what-
came from the makers of Katamari. Oh, it's coming out December this year.
I now realize what this reminds me of.
What?
Wow.
Inside Out. Look at, there's something about that art style.
Huh.
Oh, Watam. There we go.
Isn't this the Nintendo Direct
What's
format?
next?
No.
Excellent. Oh my God, you're right.
It is basically the Nintendo Direct format, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we say it's Techland.
Piccolo.
Techland Piccolo. Yes,
I mean, it's not a
Well,
bad
I'm
thing,
still
mind
for
you.
sure,
It's a good format.
Yeah,
probably-
definitely.
I mean, if it works, then
Yeah.
yeah,
It
use
just
it.
works.
Yeah,
It's not like Nintendo are gonna sue you.
yeah.
You
I
can't
mean,
really steal, this kind of format per se.
Well, 90% of the time they won't sue you.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a joyous start. Oh,
Yeah, you burn them and you end up in heaven.
is this what purgatory looks like?
One day, a
Uh.
man died. He was burned at his funeral, and he is now in heaven.
What is with everyone dying in this state of play?
I don't
It's like
know.
the Smash
More
trailer.
like state of death.
The absolute state.
Wait, hold on. If it's
State of purgatory.
hold on.
Jesus, it's
Hold
so in this afterlife, is this like Journey?
That's what I'm getting from
Yeah, I'm
this,
getting
except
that.
not as...
It's Journey, but with snow.
It's not
Grass.
by that one game company, that's for sure.
You know, it's funny. If
The
this was
visuals
just...
definitely aren't the same, but I'm getting that vibe from it.
Did they...
The art style's more what I'd expect from like say a
Oh,
mid-tier
are
3D
those
CGI.
undead beings?
Yeah, that's probably stealth section.
Oh no, stealth.
Let me
Fuck.
guess, that's his daughter who died.
Of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
Deji.
Well,
Nowadays,
the state of play so far has been all about death.
that's the thing, Deji. Nowadays, video games need to have either a single-parent simulator or a dead children or relative.
Oh my god,
Can't they have like just a
Otherwise, they
nice,
don't work.
happy family?
So this is
you
called-
know, just...
Nice.
Happiness? What are you?
Oh, God.
naive?
A simple story, yeah.
It's very simple.
Oh,
It's a simple
Rockstar! Wait, LA Noire again?
Rockstar have been
Oh,
teasing
VR.
something for a
Isn't
while. I
this
think.
already been? I thought-
VR job, I think.
Yeah, I know, but didn't we already know of? Didn't we already know about this?
PC of Oculus Rift.
Maybe there are new cases added. It's kind of funny considering the original Alien War was supposed to be a Sony
Can you give
exclusive.
them all? Can you give them all arseholey of the witnesses the middle finger?
Who knows? I mean, to be fair, this is VR, so who knows if you can control what the hands
Also,
do.
Dweebs, it would be a nightmare for you, Dweebs, because it's VR and you need to drive, on the left, which for you British people, the opposite
If we,
nightmare.
it's more like they drive on the right. If we give them the middle, yeah, give them the middle finger. We could let's
Out
punch.
now.
And that's just a taste of
Of
Yep,
course,
I know.
PlayStation Store. Oh, speaking of
speaking of
VR,
Man, PlayStation VR must have
Yeah,
done
Wow,
really well.
PlayStation actually, Sony actually remembers
Wait,
the
did I just see
dildo
Space
Joy-Con.
Channel 5?
Yeah,
I
you
thought
did.
Butter-
Remember-
Yeah.
Space
Yeah,
Channel,
no,
that's
remember
right.
Space Channel 5 Part 2, they did say it was compatible with VR. I
In
did
fact, I
remember when
believe
they
it's
announced
VR
it.
exclusive.
You know, in
No,
the
it's not, I think.
You know, guys, in the interim between the first state of play and this one, I devised a little song in my head about
No,
VR.
please.
No, Dweebs, please no.
The goggles marching 2 by 2 VR. VR.
Oh, God.
The goggles marching
That's-
2 by 2 VR. VR. And that's all I got.
Thank you.
Please don't continue.
Stardust Odyssey.
That's all I had anyway.
After the fall.
Look, if you have Stardust in your title, it's not Crusaders. Don't care.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
the
there
Matthew
she is.
Vaughn? Deji, what about the movie Stardust?
Hey, Sony, it's nice and all, but maybe don't have white text with a white background.
Yeah.
Here's your chance to get your hands
Put a
on the
shader
demo
onto
of the
it.
eagerly awaited
Oh,
Or an
look.
outline.
Oh,
There's
I
more
I
on
think it's
this.
about the demo today.
There we go, medieval.
Hey, this
Well, it
game
makes sense,
exists
we're about-
still.
Yeah, and they also this was leaked. There's a demo, I think,
Japan.
releasing after
Comes to
this one
PS Store today.
today.
Well, we
I
are
might
might
get
give it a
that then.
try.
well, it makes sense. We are a month from release, so.
Yeah, like the way they've been promoting this, to
Oh,
be honest, the way that they've been promoting this game hasn't been that.
Oh, goody,
Oh,
Sir
it's
Dan
not-
has a
it's
helmet
not
in this
costume.
remake.
Also, remember, Dweebs, it isn't very common that we get global demo releases anymore.
Just
Yeah.
don't forget your other weapons. Of course, your armor.
Can you use your head?
Be sure to play
In the second game, actually, not in this one.
This October.
Oh. Maybe they carry it
I
over.
forget. Could you use Dan's helmet in the original? I don't think you could.
No, only in the second. Sorry, the end.
Oh, it's one of those sim games.
Maybe it's The Sims.
Oh, Sid Meier.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Civilization.
Civilization. Of
Hey,
course.
okay, have fun, Tia.
Makes history again.
I'll
Sid
be
Meier, Civilization.
I'll be sure to get nuked by Gandhi once again.
Civ 6 finally comes to PS4. I'll be honest, these kind of games work best on PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
they really
not
do.
for anything against the console release, but RTSs in general do work better when you have a cursor like a mouse or something.
They're kind of made with them in mind, really.
Damn it, Toby, you crashed the plane into the building.
I mean, I guess on the Switch, in portable mode works better because of the touchscreen, but otherwise,
now we've got to rebuild that bit.
As you don't know, each nation is led by an historical or fictional figure type of them. Like, for example, the Sumerian are led by Gilgamesh because, you know, popular era and everything. Even if it doesn't fit with like the modern times.
Yeah, 3 packs.
Khmer in Indonesia.
To any PS4 enthusiasts who are willing to do this game on the PS4, I salute you. It's not
Civilization is
fun.
owned by 2K.
Oh, Kojima Productions! Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
I sleep. Wake me up when something interesting.
Can I?
When the Deji? Before you go, or when September ends?
Deji, can I sleep with you?
Sure. No. No.
Oh! Well, congrats! You've just made a new
I bet-
ship that fans are now going to make fanfiction
I
of.
bet, can I sleep in your lounge or something?
Dwibs, it's too late already.
That was amazing.
Sorry.
Also, is
Oh,
the
a
special
Death
PS4
Theme
edition?
theme the controller and PS4.
Why am I not surprised?
Available 8th November.
They really just brought on
wow.
Death Stranding just to announce an
They hope it
exclusive
was
PS4. Oh, Night School.
Drinking game if it meant you escaped hell.
Night School Studios.
Oh, Satan, of course.
What?
Of course.
Wow.
Let's
more
have a
death.
piss up with Satan. Why not?
Wow. Wow. More death. We get to go to the Lord of the Afterlife.
Wow, this really should be called the State of Death Play. Of course, then again, shouldn't the PS Vita be the mascot then?
Milo and Lola. Their friends
old
their whole
joke.
lives that didn't go and die like
It's a disco in hell. This is great.
Oh my.
Well,
Oh.
Disco's dead, so
personal demon, the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Milo and Lola are
Wait,
dead.
this is Billy and Mandy taken seriously.
what's with all the death in this?
Maybe they thought they would do a Halloween themed one, except they're just a month early.
So
But the
then,
people
I'm gonna give an honest guess. So Satan is, as usual, shit at running hell, so he needs help from lone work from these two people.
Apparently the idea is to out-party Satan.
Out party Satan.
Play as 2 best buds who are dead, may we remind you.
Defeat demons in an underworld adventure.
Unlock new personas. Nah, let's
Oh
arm
man, I
them
can't
all.
believe they're gonna have a promotion for Persona.
Then a
Oh my God, it's
Persona
Persona.
reference.
No, it's Persona 6.
No idea what they're
Atlas secretly sold the IP.
Is he talking to us?
Well, that's the
Now
only way that makes
and
sense.
now we're not even trying with the RPG elements. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Escape hell with your best bud.
After Party is being developed by the
Coming
talented
October
If you're dead, how
29th.
can you escape hell if you're dead?
It's
Yeah, get a
very
second
common
chance
in
in
visual
life.
media,
At
please
October's
remember.
PlayStation Plus lineup. Batter up.
Alright, next.
Next.
I'll admit,
PlayStation Plus stuff.
Mighty number 9. Oh
I'll
no.
admit, we're about 17 minutes in and they haven't fallen back on Last of Us 2 yet.
Sports.
I didn't even get Mighty Number 9 when it was on PS Plus that one time.
I got it for free,
Oh,
but
I got it. This is the that MLB series Sony. has.
MLB the show.
Yeah.
Trading
I've
cards.
never played this game. There was only one baseball game I played besides
I mean,
Mario
if I-
Sluggers.
I-
Was
I
that
don't-
backyard baseball?
No, it was Ken Griffey Jr.
I don't even
Never
like
heard of
cricket.
that.
I don't even
Ken
like
Griffey
cricket.
Jr., the baseball player.
I don't even like cricket. What hope would I have a liking baseball?
Yeah, I'm afraid I've never played or heard of that game.
MLB
You know the baseball player though, right?
Yes, yes, I know the
members
baseball
starting
player.
It was on the
Hang on, isn't there
N64.
another
Wait,
MLB
today we can also
series?
share that
Maybe
the
they're
last
named
semester
differently,
Masters
it's
is
possible.
At the
also
same
coming to
time.
Oh,
PlayStation
PlayStation
starting in
Plus.
October, alongside
I
MLB
sleep.
Show 19.
Oh, monthly, October
Time's
monthly
almost
game.
up,
Last of Us Remaster and the Show
Let's take a
19
look
are
at
for
another
October.
upcoming PS4 game.
Of
Last of Us, I can
course.
see getting some traction.
Gee, I wonder what it could be.
Oh,
Unholy
Last of
War.
Us.
No.
Last of Us 2.
I sleep.
Will Joel finally show up?
Probably not.
First trailer.
No, Joel's so old he fell asleep.
Watch it reveal that Ellie killed Joel when she figured out what he did at the end of Last of Us, and she now has to live with the guilt.
On your routes.
They already said that Joe's still alive, so relax, guys.
It's a joke, Dej.
You run into anything you can.
You suck, Mitrova.
Besides,
JK.
there is such a thing as devs outright lying to protect
Oh
a
no, a
little
killed
plot
moose.
twist.
But you saw him in the very first trailer.
Uh-oh. Clickers.
It's bait and switch.
Maybe they couldn't afford Troy
Hey,
Baker.
at least we remember that zombies exist in this universe.
Oh no, snow!
There was a lot of snow in the first game.
Yeah.
More snow though.
Hello? Anybody home? Hopefully not infected.
Probably a psychopath in case, Jova.
No, plot twist, the psychopath is Joel. He's the villain of this game.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, are we to assume she just...
Relight?
Howdy.
You have no idea what you're.
I have no idea what the hell that scene was.
You don't know how large
Death.
that group
Oh,
is.
there's been enough death in this state of play.
How armed.
I don't care.
Maybe she has to
That
save
Troy
Joel
Baker
or
or-
something.
Is that Troy Baker or Nolan North?
I think it's
No,
the
North.
North.
I think it's Joe's brother?
Oh, he died.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
no, no, no.
remember.
His
No, he
brother
didn't.
survived.
No, Joe's brother lived, but I don't remember if it's its appearance.
I think you're
physical
thinking
appearance.
of David, who was also voiced by Nolan North, who got
Okay,
killed.
one
The
thing I'll-
doggos.
I'll give this trailer one thing. It's not as gratuitously...
In
know,
your face.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I know what you mean.
as
There,
the other
I
ones.
think he is.
Yeah, there you go.
Good,
Finally.
now you can all shut up.
He's aged really well, I must say.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Coming never.
Coming then.
Coming February 21st,
It's out tomorrow.
2020. Oh, goody, the month
It's
of...
out now.
Oh, isn't that great? It's coming out on the month of love. How fitting.
Oh, not just that, it's like 1 week after Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1.
Goodness
Before.
gracious.
Week before.
Don't you mean
Isn't-
before?
Isn't the remake like on the 14th
No,
or
no, no, no,
something?
no. The remake's coming on the 2nd of March.
I thought it was still in February. Whatever. Oh, that's
Second
it.
Well, he said 20 minutes.
No, I know, I just didn't catch that it was the last trailer. Okay.
Well, when they did the menu scroll thing, there was nothing next to the space.
Yeah, it cut off
Sure,
at the end there.
sure.
So,
right,
that was a state of
thought so.
play. I'd say that's probably the best state of play that they've done so far.
In terms
What a
of how-
low bar to reach.
Yes, it's a
In
very low
terms of-
par to reach.
We
but-
know.
Yeah.
In terms of variety, yes, it was the best state of play, although in terms of variety in the games, throughout the whole thing, I don't think there was a single game that didn't have death.
Huh. Yeah.
Be either a theme or being shown on screen. That is... That, wow. if it was someone had to put this together, bear in mind.
Again, wouldn't this have been so fitting for our Halloween?
Well, it's not, actually, no, it's not even October.
I know, like I said, it feels like it's a month early, don't it?
But Sony don't have a state of play in October, so far as we're aware. So
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely the best organized too, I'd say. Again, low bar, but this Nintendo Direct format of actually showing the things and sliding side by side, yeah, if it works, it works. So, who wants to go first with overall thoughts?
I'll
I've
do.
already given mine.
I'll do and I'll be quick. I agree that it's the best in terms of composition, pace, and everything. Doesn't rely too much on VR like the first one, you know. And it's lengthy enough to have enough content to showcase. I just wasn't really impressed with a couple of the content show. Like that tech demo at the beginning, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a game or just more of a tool similar to Dreams or something. I don't know. The Call of Duty trailer is there. I'm sure the enthusiasts will love it as usual, like that. That new IP from the Katamari, the creator, that looks nice enough. It's probably just not for me, but it's harmless enough. Everything else just checked out. I'm just sad that it's like the 20th anniversary of Ape Escape, and Sony is not even acknowledging it, aside from
Ooh.
Twitter and everything. But
Maybe that
again,
just considers.
I wasn't expecting much. It was just a hope, and as more predictably, it just didn't happen. But
Well, that and Ape Escape isn't exactly one of their huge series.
It was back
how
in
about
its
Fixing
heyday.
That, so there's an idea.
The first game, maybe.
Well, I mean, it was popular enough to get at least 3 sequels.
But
It's just that
anyway,
it kind of petered out.
it's okay. That's pretty much it from me. Next.
I'll go next. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the best one, but that's not exactly a high bar to cover. I'd say that this thing was decent, but if you were expecting like big, out of this world announcements, not really. Like, I do think like, well, what this state of play thing could have used was like one big out of nowhere reveal that's like insanely big. But
Yeah.
most stuff here was stuff we
The
already
Last
knew.
of Us 2 is technically big, since that's like...
Well, it's a project where you know
Yeah.
that what Java probably meant was like a complete new reveal, something that hasn't gotten anything until now.
Yeah.
Do you think that they will do that since we're too close from the PS5 now?
I think though that like, well, I think
Well,
this
maybe
announcement
for a
could have
third-party
used that.
title, who knows?
Yeah, that too. It's like, well, again, I mean, like, well, that's what the state of play kind of lacked, was like a big, nice surprise, which may leave some people feeling underwhelmed. Like, heck, a new
Also, that your Kingdom Hearts audio is leaking.
Also,
That's
remember
not Kingdom
the reveal
Hearts,
for
although it's
Smash and
something
Nintendo
similar.
Well, that's what Discord is saying that's happening.
It's
That's-
Kingdom Hearts. No, that's rubbish.
No,
Whatever,
no.
continue, Java.
Nah, it's the next best thing, Steven Universe. Anyway, though, but yeah. But yeah, it's like you mentioned, like Ape Escape. Now that could have been a pretty good announcement to have,
And not even necessarily a new game, just have like a simple compilation. Some of the games are on the PS4 with the PS2 classic program. Do it like a proper re-release, a compilation, or even physical if you want, or something. I don't know.
I mean, and yes.
Or hell, how about fucking Sly? You're supposed to still also release the TV series, sorry, the web series or something, or the movie soon enough, according to what they've seen on the news. But we still know nothing about it, and there's probably not even going to be a companion game tied to it at this point.
It does seem to be kind of a running theme that Sony lately have been relying on, like, the big 4, although I guess now it's more so the big 3
Well,
or 2
mostly
upcoming games.
that's the thing, Joe. It's mostly the Western studios. Because Japan Studio is not doing much aside from minor collaboration, like that VR game with From Software.
And everybody's golf.
I'm getting to their dreams. Come on, and Knack.
But yeah, I mean, I think the biggest and most exciting thing about this was them reminding us that medieval is a thing. Since, like, well, aside from all that other stuff, they've been constantly updating us about Last of Us 2, and that's nice and good. But it's like, well, I mean, again, it's Last of Us 2, and they definitely made sure to know that we would know that it would be there. So again, their state of play... I'd say
I think the release date was the thing that we didn't know until now.
Yeah. So again, like I said, the state of play doesn't really do anything wrong, but it doesn't really do anything mind-blowing to necessarily justify its existence, unless it's for someone who's incredibly out of the loop on what's been going on at Sony. Which I guess it does its job well, it's just, I would like to see them do better. Alright, who's next?
Shiro?
All right. This was fine. I mean, they're sort of, doing the Nintendo Direct thing, but that's fine, It works. I still don't really care about The Last of Us Part 2, honestly, going by the trailers.
Same.
And even then, the trailers weren't what got me to care about the first one either. What got me to actually be in any way invested was the first half an hour or so of the game. So until we get that, I'm probably just going to be very indifferent to this. So basically until release date, I won't actually know what I really think of this. that whatever the hell that one game was is something.
Humanity,
I guess.
or
Yeah.
the one made by Kim? Huh?
That trippy thing. That's okay. I'm interested in that kind of thing. I'll probably get the medieval demo as well,
Yeah,
since
same.
that's something I never actually experienced on the PlayStation, so that's something I'll look at.
Ooh, you are in for a treat. Medieval was a classic back in its
And
heyday.
again, from these trailers, it looks like Ocean is finally doing something of quality. Not to this on, say, Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, but that was a more easy game to do it. This one instead had to be a more complex to handle. Reverse engineering the code, you applying a real engine for, and all that jazz.
So speculation, do you think that helmet will just be a cosmetic or a new power-up you can use?
Cosmetic, probably.
As for Death Stranding, it is something I'm interested in, but I still want to see more of it. I know there was a bunch of gameplay footage released recently. I haven't seen that yet. So I'm only saying this going off of everything else that I've seen. And so far it seems fun. But I'm still gonna wait a little bit on that one as well.
What about Pick Humans?
Oh, yeah, that was something. I'm not sure what that's meant to be exactly.
It's Pikmin, but with humans.
I mean...
Actually, it's
looks...
Mario 128.
I mean, it's intriguing, but aside from that, I can't really say anything about it. That's kind of all I have to say, really. Overall, it was pretty alright. Again, it's probably most serviceable to, as Jova said, the people who, are really out of the loop on this kind of thing. So, but yeah, overall, I thought it was alright.
Badger, you want to add something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like...
We said it was boring on your Twitter.
Huh? Yeah. I guess it's because, like I said earlier, we're this close from the PS5, so this kind of felt a bit,
It's like I said.
I'm not expecting anything earth-shattering yet.
Especially since, like you said, we're near the PS5 or whatever they call it.
So I'm guessing at this point, Ghost of Tsushima will be probably relocated for the PS5.
Oh god, I completely forgot that was a thing, yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
But what would you guys want them to do? Constantly say every 5 minutes, there's this game, and then there's this game.
I mean, it's
I'd be fine with that. I don't get why people have a problem with getting updates like
that's
this.
why people like Nintendo Directs, because...
But if you say it say it every 5 minutes, you can't.
It's called marketing, Dweebs. It helps spreading the words and helps boosting sales.
I mean,
otherwise, you get the opposite effect, like Wonderful 101.
Oh god.
Well, and again, that happens in directs as well. Sometimes when you have like the same game for like the same 2 or 3 directs, people are like, enough already.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but that's why we have more games to avoid.
Yeah, not only that, but
also remember, if they showed...
Because they just kept showing that one thing.
Well,
if they showed the games less, people would be complaining they're not promoting them enough.
Yeah.
Well, the point is, some people just can't be pleased. I'm not saying...
Well, duh.
In other news, water is wet.
There are 2 very specific groups of people under the Nintendo umbrella.
Under anything to
especially here in Britain.
The thing is
anything
that...
to conclude, Edge? Was there something in particular you were expecting and didn't show up?
Ape Escape.
There you go.
It's like I said.
You see, I'm not even a big Ape Escape fan, but I was like, oh, that would have been nice. I was like, hey, look, guys, Death Stranding's here again. I mean, it's just a special theme PS4. I was like, hey, it's Death Stranding. I don't care about that game because it looks so boring.
But Deji, what you're talking about is Kojima. He's artsy.
I can see.
Hasn't he already said it probably won't be fun for a while?
Yeah,
it can exist the possibility very decent. Some people will still find it boring,
But he said the game won't be fun for half of it.
Maybe, emphasis on maybe, but of course, gaming news, journalism.
Even if it's not true, that's not a very good marketing strategy.
Ribs, it's like covering your bases. Would you rather had like a bad surprise?
I like the honesty, honestly.
I don't, because you don't want to buy it. If you're saying it's not fun, then okay, then I'll buy it then.
Overall,
5 shekels have been deposited on your account by EA.
Overall, I can respect the honesty.
I'm not that desperate for money, Tio.
Oh God.
I think Johnny just said it best. Sony State of Play continue to feel like a string of Twitter announcements.
Pretty much.
And to the point, but
Yeah.
for sure, but they lack personality.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is like the most organized it's been. And yet, I would technically say I had the most fun with the second State of Play. That's only because of the second State of Play had higher highs. But even then, that alone wasn't enough to make it something amazing.
Well, that's the thing. Sorry, go on.
I think what Sony, it's like I said, what Sony needs to do is give these State of Plays more of a reason to exist because, yeah, like I said, for people who aren't out of the loop, this is a good thing, but normally people who do watch these are people who are in the loop, you know, people who are invested into the brand.
Well, what can they do, really? There's already a lot of complaints directed at them that they're ripping off Nintendo Directs with their style. What else can they do that won't end up enhancing those complaints more?
Well, honestly...
Nothing. Just move forward and keep the people who actually enjoy this.
Honestly, James, what they should move forward in is just making better and bigger announcements. I mean, like I said...
guess that probably won't be till, like...
next gen.
Stuff for the PS5, or whatever they call it.
Which I guess brings up the main issue I have with this is like, well, it doesn't feel like this really needed to exist. Like, okay, when a Nintendo Direct happens, I feel like, wow, that actually did need to exist because Nintendo Directs always, even at their worst, manage to have that one big announcement that really catches you off guard and really does make a difference.
Well, half the time.
Oh, pretty much all times. I mean, well, like I said, most times.
Yeah, try and make sure all our bases are covered here.
Mm-hmm. I won't deny the Wii U times were a bit dark.
A bit. That's an understatement.
Anyway,
Actually, so before you go on your thoughts, there is an Xbox thing later today.
Yeah,
really?
Deji, to quote you, I sleep. I watched it on my own.
I don't even have an Xbox.
I watched the previous ones, and Taylor Experience also told that we're even more than pointless. We're kind of like the opposite of this. Instead of being very concentrated, stuff that could be Twitter news, they're very elongated dialogues between these two hosts. They talk about almost nothing, and occasionally they have like an announcement or two.
From what I understand, they usually talk about 1 or 2 games per Inside Xbox stream.
At least
apparently, The Last of Us 2 and the Best Buy listing will be shipped into 2 discs.
At least this at least State of Plays are short and to the point.
Yeah, I'll give them that. I still feel like Nintendo does it the best, but then again, they've been doing it the longest, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real to defend like Sony and Microsoft. The first few Nintendo Directs weren't really that good.
Were a bit ropey.
No, they weren't.
Oh,
we
God,
were
they
quite
were.
critical of them.
Yeah.
They suffered from like early, what's it called?
Early
installment
installment.
weirdness.
And TV troubles. But anyway,
I
think we're diverged enough of this.
Yeah.
All right. I think. Well, honestly, I wonder if there's gonna be like one last, maybe in December, because Sony is not having a PlayStation Experience event this year. We already mentioned that. So I wonder if we're gonna have like one last minor State of Play, or we're gonna skip directly to like say January next year. Probably still around that period, I'm thinking. At least one to have something similar to this, but to have a launch trailer for Last of Us Part 2, since it's going to be close to that. But again, we'll see what happens in case. Until next time.
See you next time.
See ya.
Bye.